Hi everybody, Rachel Werner, Top's Nutrition and Fitness Editor. I'm back with another hotel workout. So this one is actually going to be focused on stretching. I know I'm somebody who has a hard time maybe really getting a good night's rest when I am traveling. So one of the things that can be really helpful before you go to bed is doing some stretches. The other thing is you could be like me in the morning. Now let's say you got a great night's sleep, but you wake up and you're feeling kind of stiff or a little achy in certain parts of your body because again, you're sleeping in a totally different bed and sometimes it's just not as comfortable. It takes us a couple days to adapt. So just realizing, remember, sleep is just as much of an important part of our wellness as what we're eating, how we're moving our bodies, okay? So these are a few simple stretches I wanna show you that you can actually use to do with your hotel bed. So one of the things you can do is slide your hands forward and really try and flatten your back. This is great maybe too if you have like shoulder or neck or back issues where you have a supportive surface. You want to keep on micro bending your knees, engage your core so you're always going to be supporting your spine no matter what. And you can literally like either keep your head slightly raised or just let your forehead gently rest on the bed itself. Now, I personally, to intensify this, I can continue to bend my knees and slide the hands gently a little bit more forward. Other modifications would be if you really feel tight in the back of your shoulders, you could rest your chin on the mattress too. But again, you really want to make sure you're not forcing anything. So if again, gentle discomfort means you're getting a good stretch. If any shooting pain, we always want to ease off, okay? You can see when I put my chin on the bed, my back arches a bit more. So you may have to then squeeze your abs a little bit more, maybe lessen the bending your knees slightly. You can also try turning your head to the left, maybe for a few breaths, or right, and then switch sides, okay? Another thing to try maybe is Gold coasting. It's like Gold Coast where you kind of turn your arms, they're bent, the elbows at a 90-degree angle with the, your whole arm. So it's more like Gold Coast, like, the post for football. It's fall. And then putting your chest that way too, that can also switch up the stretch and it may make it a little bit more accessible as well. Again, this is why I keep looking at myself. I'm engaging that core, trying to keep that flat straight, that spine straight. Another option would be to step your feet a little bit more back. So if you're someone who struggles to do like a downward facing dog with your hands on the floor, you could do a modification of a downward facing dog, or you're literally just gonna let your head and neck just hang. And then this time you're shifting the weight so that it goes back more in your heels, but you're trying to arch your back a little bit more. And you're like, okay, I'm loving these stretches. I'll see my back of my neck just cracked here. I needed this morning. The other thing you could do, again, this is not a stretch, but this is if you're really craving and missing your weights while you're gone. Those of you you have good upper body strength, you could also do gentle push-ups, right? So your legs are gonna be at an angle. See how my body's at a slope here, but my back is flat, and then I'm just gently keeping the elbows tucked into my side as I'm just pressing and lowering. So it's like a push-up modification. So if you're like, I really need some strength training and there's no gym in this hotel I'm in, this is another option as well. And again, this is not so much a stretch, but you can combine it. Maybe you do 2 or 3 gentle push-ups and then you shift your weight back into your heels, and then coming into one of the stretches I just showed you, okay? So that'd be a way to maybe build a little body heat too as well. Okay, the last stretch I want to show you is going to be more, we talked a lot, stretched our upper body quite a bit, I'm feeling good. Whew, but what about the lower body? Sometimes those of us who are side sleepers, I'm a side sleeper, sometimes you wake up and maybe one leg is a little bit more stiffer than the other. You can bend your knees, and again, if you can raise your knee, you can either put it more on the bottom part of the frame of the bed or even up on the mattress, and you could just gently pulse forward into this. Okay. Now, if you're looking to intensify this stretch, another option you could do is push that foot out straight. And then again, you're going to let your body just roll forward. No tension in the head or neck. It's just going to hang here. And you're not forcing it. If you can take your forehead to your knee, great. But we're never, ever, ever forcing anything. And then you might feel a real good stretch from on the back of your leg from hip down to heel. Since I did it on that side, I'm gonna switch and do it on the other side. So remember your option. You can put your knee here, or the knee is gonna be bent, and the foot is either gonna be on the mattress or it can be on the bottom base of the bed frame, if that's accessible to you. And then again, you're just gently pulsing forward here a couple times. If this feels real good, feel free just to lean into this. So it's like a modified lunge, okay? And then you just breathe here, never holding our breath for any reason. And then same idea. Again, if you want to intensify this stretch, especially if you're feeling any tension in your Achilles or your legs just feel super stiff, you can let your head and neck just roll forward, not keeping any tension here. And then hands are on either side of the foot. You can also try gently pressing the foot down so that it's flat for a minute on the bed, or just gently turning the toes from side to side. I do this a lot in my yoga classes with students, obviously without the bed, but on a yoga mat, that you'd be amazed just gently turning the foot from side to side, how that can really change a lunge stretch for you. Okay, and then again, we're gonna slide out of this. So try these hotel stretches. Let us know what you think. You can also try these at home too. You don't have to be traveling to do these, but those are just some ways to use what you have, because as we all know, sometimes we're away from home, we don't have access to a gym, but yet we still want to move our body some, stretch, really fire up that mind-body connection. Remember that we have a ton of other fitness and nutrition videos here on our YouTube channel to check out. We also have regular content and tips, ideas, recipes, success stories on our Facebook page, obviously in Tops News 6 times a year. And then also don't forget the website and to share it with friends, right? Because there are people who can use the education and information that Tops shares that maybe aren't a part of our community yet. So never, ever, ever hesitate to share that with anyone that you think it might be useful for. And I will see you all next time.